Got the demons of Chicago. Let's get it out.
Lil Durk's most famous OTF signee, King Von, is often described as one of Chicago drill's best storytellers, and he's seen as probably the genre's most authentic voice. Von's real life truly matched the gritty and violent themes that he was rapping about, and in many ways, King Von was a larger-than-life character, a rapper that arguably single-handedly brought the Chicago drill genre back and took gangster rap to daring new heights. But also, unfortunately, in the streets, King Von was a prolific killer, with a rumored 7 murders under his belt. Something that I've covered extensively on this channel in my long video, King Von, Rap's First Serial Killer. If you want to learn about those murders, go and watch that video, but in this video, I'll be digging much deeper into Von's relationship with Durk. As I mentioned earlier, King Von originally grew up in a hood called Killer Ward, located in the Auburn Gresham neighborhood, but he would later move to the infamous Parkway Gardens, better known as O Block, a hood that's been affiliated with Durk's Lamron set for a long time, when it was still known as Wick City, that meant wild, insane, and crazy, with both sets united by the fact that they rep the 64th Street or 064. Durk and Von's friendship goes back long before Von's rap career, with Reddit rumors suggesting that they actually knew each other since the late 2000s or early 2010s, while Von himself would state in an interview that they'd known each other since Von was in the 6th or 7th grade.
Wow.
How'd you guys meet?
Growing up, same area, hoods, you know how that go.
Do you remember the first time you met him?
The first time, nah. We be outside, deep as hell, so probably the first time.
Or maybe what age?
Around like 6th grade or something, 7th.
How life you know him, basically.
But didn't go to the same school?
Nah, I'm younger.
What we do know for sure is that Durk was known to hang out with members of O Block during the early 2010s, as can be seen from Chief Keef's August 2011 music video for the song Bang, where Durk can be seen with his Lamron partner, Lil Reese, supporting Sosa on his budding rap career. One story that underscores the bond between King Von and Lil Durk is from 2014, when Lil Durk supposedly lent King Von his watch to take to the prom with his then girlfriend at the time, a girl called Mena Red, who's actually the sister of Von's old friend, the rapper Tay 600, nowadays better known as Tay Capone. In an interview with Karen Civil, Durk would recall the story, explaining how Von would get locked up the very next day.
You know, we've been like locked in, like since we was younger. My brother Vernie put us into him, and we just started like locking in real heavy. And then I think we was going on prom. I gave him my watch.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
He going to prom, he locked up the next day with it. So when he came out, it was like, oh yeah, we locked in. So that was crazy.
According to online rumors, the reason for Von's arrest would be a shooting that Von did on the way to prom with Lil Durk's very good friend Lil Varney. And there's actually a picture of King Von toting a pistol.
You can't even go to prom, goddamn. Yeah. How you got the suit and a pipe on you? Like, you can't even go to prom in Chicago. Damn.
In a white prom suit that still circulates online. Now, this was actually a shooting too that Von would later allegedly talk about in his song Don't Wanna Be Me, when he raps how the police would catch him right after the shooting, but Mena Red would seemingly attempt to claim their guns and take the case for them. Durk would then go to his Twitter and tell his followers to write to Von in jail, referring to him as his brother and saying how Von's gonna be home real soon. But that wasn't the case, as Von would eventually get charged with the May 2014 murder of a young man named Malcolm Stuckey. Von would later reveal that while he was locked up for this murder, Durk was one of the few people consistently taking care of him.
When I got locked up for the drama, like Durk was the main one supporting me, to helping me. So we got even closer when I was just in jail. Then I got out. He flew me out there with him, got the rapping. So me and Durk, you know, we like.
Von would eventually beat his charges and get released in December 2017, and Durk would almost immediately take him under his wing and out of the reckless street life that nearly destroyed his life. And soon after, King Von would sign to Lil Durk's OTF collective, and inspired by Durk's success, he too would turn to rap as a means of changing his life.
Before they finish, I'm saying these 2 artists from Chicago who signed the OTF. So.
Okay, so that's Book right there.
600 and King Von. So
and they signed to you.
Yeah, actually they got their own face and name, so they don't need me.
Oh, they don't need you. Oh, they don't need you. So.
Yeah, we off on that.
Durk would waste no time helping Von make his mark on the rap game, bringing him to the popular radio show The Breakfast Club shortly after Von had begun dropping his first songs, with Durk describing him as somebody with a gripping story to tell, perhaps smoothly hinting to his secret past as a 7-time killer in his neighborhood.
King Von, V-O-N, K-I-N-G.
What made you want to sign King Von?
Cause he got a whole story behind him. You know what I'm saying? He from O Block.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That should speak for itself. Nah. But you know what I'm saying? He just real. You know what I'm saying? His music. He just a real just I fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? It's my brother. Twin. I've been with him his whole journey in jail. And I ain't gonna lie, like he ain't never say nothing about rapping.
The interview actually featured an iconic moment where Charlemagne asked Von his story, and Von proudly boasted that he just beat a body in 2 attempts, even hinting that he did indeed do the murder and only got off due to Lil Durk helping him with an expensive lawyer.
What's your story?
It's my story. I just got out of jail for just beat a body in 2 attempts. Like, December? I just got out, started rapping.
So you was in jail for 2 murders?
Yeah, 1 murder and 2 attempts. I just beat.
How you beat that?
How you beat that?
You didn't do it, clearly. You had something to throw young black man in jail.
Like, jury, like, you know. Like, jury, yeah, look,
That's expensive too, to take it to trial and all of that.
Yeah.
Hey man, if your brother got on $500,000 worth of jewelry, he gonna have a lawyer.
Von's breakout moment would come just weeks later in December 2018 with the song Crazy Story, a vivid depiction of a robbery gone wrong. The song's powerful storytelling captivated listeners and amassed over 100,000 views on its first day, which shocked even Von himself. But their shared success wasn't without turbulence, as it seemed that Von would bring the Chicago street mindset back to Lil Durk's life, who at this point had already seemingly moved on to bigger and better, more positive things, living the rapper lifestyle all the way out in Atlanta. In February 2019, not even a year after Von had signed to OTF and begun dropping music, Durk and Von would allegedly take part in an incident that would land them an attempted murder case in Atlanta. Allegedly, an altercation would take place outside of the Varsity restaurant, where Durk and Von, along with their friend and fellow OTF affiliate THF Bezu, as well as another Chicago rapper AAB Hella Bands, would allegedly shoot and rob a man by the name of Alexander Witherspoon. Police would claim that Durk was caught on camera during the incident firing from his custom Jeep Trackhawk with a large 300 printed on the side.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, hold on, that Trackhawk hard, gang. I ain't gonna lie, that Trackhawk hard, gang. I need one. Subscribe to the channel.
That left much ambiguity to who had ultimately been the one shooting.
This is the car and this is the SUV.
Okay.
So you're gonna see it in just 1 second.
So the car with the lights on was also.
That's the car that the gentleman was in. Like I said, if you're looking at it, hey guys, look. So in a minute you're about to see it.
Okay.
So I can't tell where he came up from, but you're gonna see the green shoes in a minute. So look at right here. This is the car, the SUV behind it.
Okay.
It's the SUV. And all those girls are talking in the SUV. And in 1 second, you're gonna see the guy get out tussling. It look like they're in the back tussling.
I see them running.
But you really can't tell what's going on. But if you see inside of that car, you see all that tussling.
Right.
So this is the guy.
It's
That's the guy with the green shoes. He's trying to push the door and all that. So I don't know if he has a firearm too, but I know he falls a couple of times.
Okay, there he is.
That's him. That's him steady running.
He got hit.
He's steady running, and then you'll see him fall out in front of us. That car was shooting in that one too.
As weeks passed following the incident, Lil Durk and King Von continued their lives as if nothing had happened, while Atlanta police...
See, when I heard about this situation though, y'all, I heard that they had a picture of them two standing over, bro. You feel what I'm saying? If I'm wrong, correct me, but that's what I heard.
Methodically pieced together their investigation. And in May 2019, the facade would come crashing down as King Von was ultimately arrested, with dramatic footage showing over 30 Chicago police officers swarming O-Block to take him into custody.
It was on, bro. They got body cam footage of them arresting King Von. I've never seen this. Wow. He said, what y'all got me for, man?
Hey, why y'all got me?
Stay on the ground. Stay on the ground.
Gang.
Just don't resist. Don't resist.
Gang, why y'all grab me? What the
Other footage would show King Von in the precinct after his arrest. Shortly after, Durk voiced his support on Twitter, simply writing, "Free Von." But then another tragedy would strike just a week later, when AAB Hella Bands, real name Amir Golston, was gunned down outside of a Miami nightclub in the early hours of the morning. AAB Hella Bands, who's from the so-called Wild 100s in the far south side of Chicago, had allegedly killed another rapper in 2015 who went by the name of Chris Smokes and belonged to a set called LSG 109th, also known as Kush Cowboys or T3 Gang. The LSGs, or Lynchman Circon Gangsters, have a long history, allegedly going back all the way to the original Supreme Gangsters that preceded the Gangster Disciples, as well as the Black Gangster Disciple Nation alliance between the GDs and BDs that was formed between Larry Hoover and David Barksdale. Allegedly, 4 years after Hella Bands had killed Chris, a member of the LSG by the name of Austin Hall would fly to Miami to kill Hella Bands as revenge for his fallen friend, catching him in front of a busy nightclub, with the assassination being caught on video.
You must have been mad as hell, gang, if you flew all the way to Miami and you waited 4 years to do that, gang. You must have been heated.
Surveillance.
The Miami Beach police are releasing some surveillance video they say captures the shooter as he tries to run away. Newly released video obtained from the Miami Beach Police Department shows people running for their lives on South Beach. Moments later, this man is seen running diagonally across Washington Avenue. Miami Beach police now say they believe this is the man who opened fire, killing 24-year-old Amir Golston, better known as rapper AAB Hella Bands, and sending another man to the hospital.
A Miami Beach spokesperson would later reveal that Hella Bands had been wanted in Atlanta for the attempted murder and robbery case involving Durk and Von.
The victim in this case, it was wanted out of Atlanta PD. Actually, he had an active warrant for attempted murder. armed robbery.
Meanwhile,
That's
according to the
crazy.
Chicago Police Department's website, 2 days after Helaban's death, THF Bezu would be arrested in Chicago as a fugitive from justice, allegedly tied to the same Atlanta shooting. However, despite Von and Durk's legal troubles, their music careers had flourished. Just weeks after Von's arrest for the shooting and robbery incident, the
I
remix
ain't
for
gonna
his
lie, I did like Lil Durk first on this song, gang. I really don't like Lil Durk music. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not a hater. Free Durk, I wish him the best. You feel what I'm saying? But on this specific songs, especially, I did not like his verse, bro, at all, bro. I turn that shit off.
hit song Crazy
No
Story
disrespect,
featuring
gang.
Lil
No
Durk would drop,
disrespect.
becoming a massive hit, even landing the track on the Billboard Global 200, being sat at a whopping 122 million views. One week after the release of this remix, Lil Durk took to Twitter to announce that he would be turning himself in for the same crimes the following day. But before doing so, he would actually sit down for a TV interview in his lawyer's office, where he claimed his innocence and vowed that he had moved past the street gang life of his youth.
You're about to surrender as we speak.
Yeah.
How come?
Because I have nothing to hide. Like, I have nothing to run from.
A rapper's ride. Soon after we
Okay,
spoke,
this
Dirk
look
Banks,
crazy.
a.k.a. the performer Lil Durk, emerged from his lawyer's space and headed toward an SUV. Soon after that, he stepped out in front of the Fulton County Jail. One of his lawyers says he was swiftly taken into custody there, having swiftly flown back to Atlanta after he found out he was wanted.
We found out we had a warrant. We was actually on tour. Once I heard, I immediately came back.
He's willing to turn himself in and take care of what he needs to take care of.
We immediately canceled the tour.
He's got a multi-million-dollar
Hey, y'all messed up his money, man.
career going.
Did you
Oh, I'd have been pissed.
did you shoot this man? Did you commit the other crimes of which you're accused?
No.
Banks indicated his lawyer told him not to discuss the specific facts of the case, but he confirmed what his attorney Manny Aurora said, that as a youth, Banks was drawn into the gang life that surrounded him in Chicago, but that's not who he is today.
I had a bad background, just growing up as a child, about father being incarcerated for 25 years, 26 years. So I had a rough past, but like me moving to Atlanta, I just thought that just changed my whole identity of thinking.
Not long after this, Durk and Von would appear together in what would become an iconic court appearance, solidifying their image as the evil twins, who weren't just rappers from the same area, but a dynamic duo of
Hey,
gangsters
whoever made this hard right here, this cover, I like it.
ready to get shooting at a moment's
That's
notice.
Banks released a single, Turn Myself In, the day he turned himself in. It's gotten almost 7 million views. The prosecutor charging this wasn't just a robbery and shooting, but gang activity. She put a Chicago detective on the stand to testify that Banks and Bennett are members of Chicago gangs.
Is it possible to continue your affiliation and even commit crimes when you move out of Chicago if you're in a different city or if a different area?
Yes, ma'am. Following some intense legal back and forths, which included testimonies from Lil Durk's pastor and record label, Durk would be granted a $250,000 bond in June 2019.
Lil Durk's pastor and record label all testified on his behalf, and at the end of it, the judge determined that the rapper is not a flight risk and granted him a $250,000 bond.
Celebrating his release, he would perform live, visibly relieved as he ran out of jail.
Run! Run!
Get out of here. Get out of here. Yo, what's up? I'm getting fired with the motherfucking pocket, man. They told me 15 minutes, I'm gonna get 30. I'm sitting there.
Oh, dude, that's crazy.
Oh, we were still waiting on the driver to come up.
So what about Von? Where's Von at, gang? That's Durk. They ain't like King Von. They was hating.
Just stay right here.
Another car is about to pull up. No.
He had 26,000 people, 27K in his live. Woo!
Hey, thank everybody for the love and support.
Yeah, definitely appreciate everybody for rocking out with us, supporting us, believing us, you know.
During the live session, Durk would tease fans by mentioning that King Von would be coming home the very next day.
Oh, okay.
Shortly afterward, Durk would proceed to do an interview on his time in jail from his home.
Then when you get in type of that, in a predicament like this, you would sit back and be like, damn, like why I ain't never do this more? Why I ain't never do this with my kids more? Why I ain't do this with my pops more, my mama? You know what I'm saying? So it just set me down, so I just understand life more.
Von's release would come a few days later, after he was granted a bail of $300,000. However, one of the conditions of their release was that Durk and Von could not be in contact with one another, this even applying to promo runs and club appearances, with the judge essentially breaking up the evil twins for good. For real, these two childhood friends couldn't speak to each other for a pretty extended period in this time. This is something that Von would actually comment on during his March 2020 interview on No Jumper.
Isn't you and Durk, your probation or whatever is such that you're not supposed to be associating with other people who are part of the case? So is it like a thing where you're not supposed to be around each other?
Yeah, so yeah, me and Durk, we only see each other like at court if we got court.
So even when you're on tour, you can't really be around each other too much?
Nah, we can't. No, hell no.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah, that's damn
Is
wrong.
that strange? Like just to have the court basically just saying you can't be cool with one of your best
Yeah,
friends?
because you know it's like I started out with him. Like he started up for me and everything. Like how people get to notice me. Like, he bringing me to his interviews and pulling up a chair right here and letting me sit right there.
Right.
Like even though it's just like it's supposed to say if he came no jump, he'd have a chair right here for me. You be like, what the f going on?
Right.
Nah, this is my artist. You see what I'm saying?
But all that stuff is out for right now, which is unfortunate.
That's what I'm saying. They just say we caught the case and they removed me for everything. Like in all my shows, I only was having shows because of Durk.
Right.
Like he bullying me
crazy.
on it. You see what I'm saying? So I'm only going places with Durk. I'm only doing. So now it was time to. They put the case. You can't be around Durk no more. You can't move. So now I was only in the studio with Durk. I was on it. So now it's do everything on your own. You just gotta do it. So I just gotta.
But while Durk and Von couldn't spend time together anymore, there was someone else who was seemingly occupying much of Von's time. As shortly after achieving rap stardom in 2018, King Von had begun dating the rapper Asian Doll, aka Asian Debrat, or simply Asian. The two lovebirds had first crossed paths at a celebrity basketball game where Von had tagged along with Lil Durk. And eventually, Von convinced her to go on a date, borrowing Durk's Trackhawk in an attempt to impress her. This Trackhawk actually being the exact one that was allegedly later used in the attempted murder case in Atlanta.
She sent the number in. I was saying she live in Atlanta. Now, I go to the crib. Now, Durk out of town. He left his truck in my car. He got a Trackhawk. That was raw. So I got Durk's car today. So I go pick up. I tell her I'm going to take her out.
From here, the couple soon became inseparable, frequently being seen together online, and Von would officially announce their relationship during a joint interview with Lil Durk on Shade 4-5.
King Von.
Oh my God.
He in a relationship too.
Shout out Asian Dad.
Okay.
Asian dog. That remember me of the Uzi on the Uzi moment on Casting that Stream. He did the same thing.
But yeah.
He probably was nervous saying that.
Yeah, man. Who's you? He looking at you like, come on, man.
However, Von's legal problems didn't take a backseat. Even while out on bail stemming from the Varsity incident, Von's fiery personality would lead to more issues. He would actually allegedly end up briefly in jail again after getting into a studio fight with somebody who'd apparently disrespected Asian Doll, calling her a...
What happened to my hand, bro?
Folks overbeat his.
Call my girlfriend.
But in the end, a relationship between these two would get rocky, and it would be another rapper who would get himself mixed up in their drama. This rapper, of course, being Baton Rouge gangster rap superstar NBA Youngboy. Now, if you want to understand Youngboy's complicated and violent backstory, I've made a...
If you want to hear something crazy, I watched that whole video, gang. And I ain't just here like, and watch the whole video. I had it at work. I listened to the whole video. That is a crazy video right there, gang. Not even gonna lie.
It's our deep dive on his life, so you can go and watch that for all the context if you don't know nothing about Youngboy. But to understand the origin of this beef,
that's like a 5-hour video.
And Youngboy's NBA or Never Broke Again collective, which would eventually end up leaving both Von and Quando Rondo's cousin Lil Pab dead, and Durk fighting for his life behind bars, we have to go all the way back to where it started, and it all started with Von. In late 2017, Lil Durk had dropped the song My Side that featured NBA Youngboy. In the song, Durk would acknowledge that he and Youngboy were a cut above the rest when it came to the rap game, and that they were setting the bar for the others. Durk was clearly a big fan of Youngboy, as well as fellow singing Southern
I've never seen that picture before.
street rapper Quando Rondo, who was signed to Youngboy's NBA label, as Durk would actually name both of them in an Instagram post where he listed his favorite 50 rappers of all time. Furthermore, in my opinion, the influence of Youngboy and Quando's style, a very unique approach of singing and using auto-tune to tell stories from the streets, really resonated with Durk and inspired him to keep making more of that same auto-tuned pain music. Youngboy, Quando Rondo, and OTF had a seemingly amicable relationship up to this point. In February 2019, Von and Quando were seen hanging out backstage at a show and filming a skit where Quando actually would diss Von's ops from 63rd Street in Chicago.
I'm saying though, they are 63rd dirty.
Hey, wow.
I'm talking about hey, listen, no man, 64, y'all 63rd over there smoking crack.
Things seemed really positive between these two groups, but that was all about to change when a year and a half later, in early 2019, Von would hop on IG Live to call out Youngboy, claiming that he had lies or cap in his raps.
Cap, you in your rap.
Youngboy talking about on this song, bro.
What?
You talking crazy on it.
Oh, yeah?
He ain't even like that.
Oh!
On this man.
Baby, get your head blown.
You got cap in your rap.
I didn't even listen to Youngboy.
However, in August 2019, King Von would surprisingly tweet a welcome home message to Youngboy following his release from jail. So despite their growing tensions, there appeared to be a brief sense of camaraderie between these groups. Around the same time, Von would actually begin incorporating some of Youngboy's rhetoric into his own style, further blurring the lines between respect and rivalry. In October, DJ Academics would stir the pot by tweeting that NBA Youngboy was the realest street rapper to ever emerge since the original Chirac drill era, challenging fans to name another artist who really lived the life they rapped about without hesitation. hesitation, Lil Durk would respond with a suggestion of his own, King Von.
Oh
In February 2020, King Von suggested that he and NBA Youngboy had actually worked on music together, even calling on Youngboy publicly to release the track on Twitter.
And we never heard him in a King Von song. Them bitches with a hit. On God, them songs would have hit, man. It's sad, bro. See, at this time, though, no one knew about King Von for real. Like, they knew about his music, but they ain't know he was like that for real. Like,
in a post that seemed to hint that Youngboy had been holding on to the song and blocking its release, in May, Durk would release his 5th studio album, Just Cause Y'all Waited 2, a sequel to a mixtape that he had dropped back in 2018. This album also containing the song Turn Myself In, which had been originally released in June 2019, just before Durk had been locked up for the alleged incident in Atlanta. The album would debut at number 5 and later became his first album to reach the top 2 on the Billboard 200. But as Durk celebrated his album rollout, King Von would be out instigating the beef and prodding Youngboy. And in August, he would tweet a cryptic message to his fans claiming that they wouldn't believe the woman he had just made a hit song with. Later that same day, photos surfaced online of Von with Janine Michelle, the mother of NBA Youngboy's child, sparking a social media frenzy.
Hey, and we all heard that she was going crazy in the studio, gang. I ain't trying to say nothing now about her, bro. I know she got a dude. She got a new kid. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to her. I wish her the best, gang. But they said she was going crazy in that studio. If y'all know, y'all know. But that's what they said, gang.
Escalated the drama by insinuating on Twitter that he had a sex tape with Jania and hinting that he could release something that could make someone stop claiming their kids. Jania quickly denied the rumors, attempting to shut down the speculation. However, leaked messages suggested that Von's actions were less about Jania and more about getting under Asian Doll's skin, revealing that his supposed collaboration with Jania was an effort to provoke Asian Doll, who he'd apparently split up with at this point. Asian would quickly dismiss Von's claims as lies, asserting that she had found direct messages between Von and Jania before they split up, just adding more fuel to the fire.
Oh, now I've seen it. Them DMs, I've been seeing it. She's lying. I've been seeing it.
She's lying.
Been on dick. I've been seeing it. None of this not a surprise. This is just on the internet right now. You know what I'm saying? I've been new.
The very next day, NBA Youngboy would respond with an Instagram post aimed squarely at Von. And in a shocking move, Youngboy captioned the post with a vow to make sure that his son sleeps with King Von's daughter, turning the trolling into a deeply personal and slightly weird attack. Amid the escalating tension, Durk and Von's longtime friend from back in the days when OTF was something more than just a rap collective, Lil Reese, would enter the beef too, tweeting a bold threat that he planned to beat up Quando Rondo, close friend of Youngboy and an artist on his NBA label.
See, why they been all doing Quando ain't had nothing to do with that. He probably ain't even know what's going on. Y'all just pulled him in the beef gang.
Rondo would respond by saying that Reese and the Chicago rappers in general wouldn't do nothing. At this point, the beef between Von and Youngboy had now broadened to include numerous people from both sides. And in September 2020, King Von would tweet what appeared to be a direct threat towards Quando Rondo and NBA Youngboy, saying that he hoped God had space for both of them. The following day, Quando Rondo's right-hand man, Lil Tim, would fire back on Twitter, warning Von and the other Chicago rappers to think twice before messing with Quando. But Von, unfazed, would respond the day after, saying that he'd been fighting his whole life and he could punch hard as hell. Around this time, Von would also begin publicly claiming that he was single and too focused on his career to be in a relationship. However, he would still be spotted at a club with Youngboy's baby mama, Janine Michelle.
Oh my God,
so just like 2 days ago, Janelle was spotted in the club with King Von's sister, and King Von was also there as well. You couldn't see them together, but you know they were together. If you know, you know.
Yeah,
2020 was truly King Von's year. He had dropped 2 successful mixtapes back to back, Grandson Volume 1 and LeVon James, and he was priming himself for a blockbuster debut with the much anticipated.
That's a good tape too, but the one after that one, I really wasn't. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good because Von wasn't here no more. But that first one, Grandson, is one of the ones.
Anticipated project Welcome to O Block coming. But also, by October, Von had shifted his focus to promoting his new song, Mine Too, a track that was subtly dissing NBA Youngboy as he would rap about how somebody's girl was Von's too, whilst also mentioning having beef in the NOLA, or New Orleans and Louisiana, the latter being Youngboy's home state. Also in October, Von would tweet that once a girl lets another man in, he would no longer want her, leading fans to speculate that he was referencing Asian Doll, possibly moving on, and rumors would then begin swirling that Von's ex-Asian Doll had actually met up with Youngboy, a claim that emerged after DMs from
she did and got get back.
Youngboy's account leaked. Meanwhile, Durk was going on the musical run of a lifetime. His momentum as a rapper was truly back, partly off the back of the street credibility that he'd received from his collaboration with Von, landing a blockbuster collaboration with rap's biggest star Drake in the form of the song Laugh Now, Cry Later, dropping in August, a track that swiftly went to number 2 on the Billboard charts. And Durk was gearing up to drop his 6th studio album, The Voice, releasing its title track in September 2020, while NBA Youngboy, on the other hand, was on a generational run in the rap game, releasing back-to-back number 1 albums and flooding the market hit with music in a way that proved that you could provide quality and quantity at the very pinnacle of the rap game. He was also catching cases left, right, and center, and he was certainly one of the realest, if you will, gangster rappers to have ever done it, especially at that level at this point. But Youngboy was also still being petty and entertaining the beef. He would actually release a snippet in early November of a song that he had apparently recorded with Asian Doll with the threatening title Meet the Reaper, clearly taking a deadly hint towards this beef with Von. A dig which Von would respond to by tweeting that the song was trash and claiming that his and Janeer's collaboration was much better. He would then even hint at having compromising pictures of Janeer, but then later backtracked, saying that he was only joking and that if Asian Doll was happy, then he's happy too. But the song was still trash. In an interview with DJ Academics, Von would downplay the feud with Youngboy, saying that the internet was blowing it out of proportion.
People told me you and Youngboy was beefing or something like that. You said something about what happened, Von? What's going on with you, man?
They be saying that a lot. It's like we got the same interests and then you know how the internet are trying to make it.
Don't tell me I got problems over girls.
Yes, it's the internet, gang. It's the you know, they try to make it like that because it's the internet. You see what I'm saying? And then you know how females are trying to make it like that because they females and they try to make it like one motherfucker hard and try to. It be just all type, but it ain't nothing too serious, nothing you should worry about.
Tragically though, Von had no idea just how serious the situation was about to become. Only a few days later, events would escalate far beyond anyone's expectations. As has now been covered extensively in the media, on November the 6th, 2020, King Von would tragically lose his life in a shooting outside.
He passed away almost 5 years ago. Wow, so this year will be 5 years already, bro. That's crazy.
The Monaco hookah lounge in Atlanta. The incident, which was captured on security cameras, seemingly began from Von initiating a fight with Quando Rondo.
In a stand. Not playing. Look at Quando Rondo.
The incident, which was captured on security cameras, seemingly began from
Von walked up all white, thought he was him. Quando in the all black. That's kind of weird that that's like that, but it's like that. Now I'm looking at that. That's kind of weird, gang. I ain't even
Von initiating a fight with Quando Rondo. This unprovoked sucker punch would immediately descend into a full-blown jumping, and chaos would break out between Von and Quando's entourages, during which time Quando's right-hand man Lil Tim would quickly exit a car that he was sitting in before calmly going around it and shooting at King Von, who was hit numerous times and would later pass away in the hospital. Adding an eerie layer to this tragedy, Lil Durk would be on Instagram Live when the news of Von's shooting broke, with fans flooding the comments letting Durk know what happened, and after seemingly reading these messages, Durk would abruptly end the live.
Yeah, look at it. He's like, oh. So he start reading. He's like, oh. He ain't know what was going on.
The hours that followed saw a media frenzy.
It is sad, bro. This situation is sad, bro. Because all you had to do, bro, and to be honest, bro, this is why a lot of situations happen, gang. The person you beef with, 9 times out of 10, all you gotta do is call. Hit him with a phone call, and y'all can squash the beef. 9 times out of 10, no sneak this and don't do none of that. Don't entertain it after that. But people's egos are so high, and they just can't do that, gang. It's like you could text them, hey, let's talk. We need to talk about this, whoop-de-whoop. They don't want to talk. Look, just tell them what it is, and that's it. If they got a problem still, that's it. But 9 times out of 10, bro, y'all can squash the beef if there's no bodies behind it. You feel what I'm saying, bro? And that's just unfortunate that this happened to bro, because he was literally, I liked him more. I ain't even like Lil Durk. He raw. Von raw. Durk, you feel me? That's just my personal opinion. You feel what I'm saying? Von was hard though, bro.
Durk took to Instagram to mourn his close friend, sharing a heartfelt post where he simply told Von he loved him. But while Durk was grieving, unfortunately, the internet wouldn't be kind to him, as in the midst of Durk mourning the loss of his friend, who was known as one of Chicago's most feared gangsters, who never let a violation go unchecked, online, the phrase "slide for Von" would become synonymous with Lil Durk amongst fans of drill music, popularized by none other than Rainbow Head rapping snitch 6ix9ine, the trolling and troll-looking rapper.
Damn right, Rainbow Head rapping snitch. Ha!
Commented on Lil Durk's tribute post for Von how Durk had first lost Newski and now Von, and that he was still just rapping, telling him to go and pick up a gun instead. 6ix9ine would continue his provocations during an appearance on DJ Academics' Off the Record podcast, accusing Durk of knowing who killed Von and doing nothing about it.
They know the exact that put 10 bullets in King Von and he died there by himself. Why nobody slid for that? I don't see you on Instagram saying, yo, go slide for that man. Y'all know what y'all saying? Yo, y'all want to crash out. Y'all want no.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Wait, hold on.
Go hit that kid at me.
Hold on.
Why this not shooting?
Let me be real with you.
He was wildin'.
I don't see you on Instagram saying, yo, Durk, go slide for your man.
I discovered King Von.
No, I don't want to talk about King Von.
So
why
I don't know. I don't know no politics.
He's saying it like he supposed to be sliding on the net. Everybody supposed to know where he's going. who said the head, who got the pipe, this and that. And he goofy. He had a point, but at the same time, bro, goofy, gang. Like you think somebody who's really gonna slide want everybody to slide, and guess what? That happened. When did he slide? In 2021 or 2020? Yeah, 2021 he slid for Vaughn, right? The next year. And 3 years later, they pieced all that together. And now he's in prison for murder for hire. So was it really worth it, gang? Like, y'all did all that. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
And listen, why is this not sliding on the how you know?
Fans would quickly adopt the Slide for Von slogan, using it relentlessly to troll Durk in the months following Von's death. Durk would respond to the Slide for Von narrative, stating that none of them slid for their people, so that they should stop talking about killing for him. However, at this point, it seemed like every post that Durk made on social media would become the target for comments demanding retribution for Von. People on Reddit would hold polls asking whether or not they believed that Durk would slide for Von, with
who put a poll up? You goofy as hell.
Results showing a near even split, 53% voting no and 47% expecting vengeance. On December the 24th, 2020, Durk would release his much-awaited album, The Voice, which he would dedicate to King Von. The album would peak at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, and on January the 10th, 2021, he would tease a deluxe version that would later drop on January the 29th, 2021 with 12 additional tracks. Despite the losses that he was suffering, Durk's career still had an incredible momentum like he'd never seen before. During 2021, he would be featured on multiple hit songs, such as No More Parties remix by Coi Leray, which reached number 26 on the Hot 100, Every Chance I Get by DJ Khaled, which hit number 20, No Return by Polo G that hit number 26, Sharing Locations with Meek Mill peaking at number 22, Jonah with Kanye West hitting number 27, In the Bible, another collab with Drake that hit number 7, and Who Wants Smoke with Nardo Wick going number 17 on the Billboard Hot 100. Durk was hot, and he was quickly becoming a fan favorite in the rap game. Genuinely, it was this hot run that made him the voice of the streets. However, despite all the success he was having in the music industry, clearly being at a loss in the streets was still having an impact on Durk's mindset, and he would even hint at the way that he was thinking in his new music. On October the 15th, 2021, Durk would release the emotionally charged track Pick Me Off, where Durk made it clear that he couldn't find peace until revenge was achieved, before following through with a promise of retribution. The music video for the song would show Durk far away from the studios and clubs of Atlanta, but actually back in his home turf in Taytown's Hood on 59th and Princeton. But in the meantime, rapper NLE Chopper would say in an interview with DJ Academics that he had actually tried to convince Durk not to retaliate musically.
When after this happened with Vaughn and all that, a lot of all that was happening, bro, I was the one really in bro ear, like, know what I'm saying? I don't want to be this person in your ear to be like, know what I'm saying? Let this chill, like, don't move on it. But bro, I'm gonna be that person to let you know, bro, like, this cycle we in as black men is a never ending cycle. Cause at the end of the day, bro, we one person, we got one conscious mind. That's why when I'm thinking something, they might be thinking the same thing. Cause at the end of the day, out of us being black, white, Hispanic, whatever, we are a human being and we are one race.
Oh God.
So when you do something, this why I know what's up with life now. This why I don't do nothing out of spite to people.
Only a month later though, Lil Durk would drop the song Aha, a fiery diss that instantly went viral, amassing over 100 million views on YouTube. And in the song, Lil Durk would directly address the feud, opening with a bar that made it clear that he wasn't about to take NLE Chopper's advice about not responding to Von disses, instead telling his goons to go and pick up a gun. Unfortunately, as we all know now from the alleged indictment, it seemed that despite the promise of his rising rap career, Durk was completely consumed by seeking revenge for Von. And in the years that followed, Durk would seemingly set into motion a series of events that would ultimately see him and his friends in jail, fighting for their lives and freedom. But interestingly, whilst this was already going on, and before Von had even been killed, it would appear that behind the scenes, when Von was alive, he, perhaps with the assistance of Lil Durk, was continuing to wage war on their shared enemies, without a care for the survival of his budding rap career. Only a few months before Von died, there would be another prominent murder in Chicago, seemingly orchestrated by Von and carried out by a number of people who were close friends of both Von and Durk. And with Von being dead by the time these charges came to light, Durk would end up being the biggest name associated with the murder. And with Von's death still going unavenged at this point, Durk would seemingly continue to carry the torch, doing exactly what Von did, using his music and lyrics as a megaphone to tell the world about him and his crew's murderers.
It's crazy, bro, because like I always say, if King Von was still alive right now, he would be locked up right now. He would be locked up right now. On God, he would. He wouldn't be out because they literally, as soon as he passed away, he unalived K.I., he unalived Durk, he unalived this person. I'm like, what the hell y'all got going on? Now he unalived all these people mysteriously. But before, y'all ain't had nothing. I'm just like, all right, y'all got it, man. But y'all see the story about King Von and Lil Durk, man. The evil twins. You know what I'm saying, man? King Von, rest in peace, bro. I wish him the best, bro. Same condolences to his family. Same thing with Durk, bro. I don't like to see nobody locked up in the system. You know what I'm saying, man? Free, bro. I hope he could beat his case or his multiple cases he got coming. I don't know if they are making that second file, they unzipped another case, another charge. I don't know what they're doing. You feel what I'm saying? But I wish bro the best. You feel what I'm saying, man? This sad, bro. It's just crazy because I feel like this whole situation, like I said earlier in the video, one phone call. Look, bro, I ain't messing with this. Look, all right, cool. We could have did that. We could do this. Whoop, whoop. Okay, you ain't rocking with that. I ain't rocking with this. Okay, I'll stop talking to her. You stop doing that. Boom, whoop. We cool. You know what I'm saying? All that could have ended, but it escalated into something that it didn't have to be, and it changed the rap game. You know what I'm saying, man? And it's sad, bro. I like to see her. I wish I could listen. I wish I could have listened to King Von and the NBA Youngboy in the same day. Nobody look at me crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that, bro. It's sad, man. Like I sent all them condolences, even Youngboy, bro. Free Youngboy. You know what I'm saying? Free Quando too, man. It's hard. They started out 2025 hard. You know what I'm saying, man? But we got a lot of positivity coming, bro. We gonna grind. We gonna make it out the hood. And we gonna live our life. You feel what I'm saying, man? We gonna self-improve to the fullest, man. Y'all like the video? Share, subscribe to the channel. Y'all stay safe out here, man. That's all with y'all, gang. Let me know how y'all feel about this little video.